Montana becomes the first state to ban TikTok. Is that Windows update slowing you down? And the first official policy to eliminate jobs in favor of AI is leaked to Bloomberg. These stories and more on #Trending for Monday, April 17th. I'm your host, Jim Love, CIO of ITWC, IT World Canada, and Tech Newsday in the US. Montana became the first state to ban TikTok on Friday of last week. The Montana legislature voted 54 to 43 to approve the ban, which prohibits mobile app stores from offering TikTok for download to users in Montana. The bill has now gone to Montana's Governor Greg Gianforte for signing. A spokesperson for the governor says he will carefully consider any bill the legislature sends to his desk. If the bill is signed into law, TikTok and the Apple and Google stores could be subject to penalties for allowing downloads, although it's not certain exactly how they would enforce the ban for both the people in Montana who have not yet downloaded TikTok. Despite that, and especially after the grilling that they took in front of a U.S. congressional committee recently, TikTok is seriously pushing back. They put out a statement saying, "We will continue to fight for TikTok users and creators in Montana whose livelihoods and First Amendment rights are threatened by this egregious government overreach." And on its U.S. website, TikTok has, what else? But a video that emphasizes that all U.S. data is securely stored in the U.S. using facilities from Oracle, a U.S. company. In addition, it claims that it spent $1.5 billion on ensuring that U.S. data is securely stored, as well as outlining how it plans to build an independent governance body to ensure the security of the data. Have you noticed a big slowdown in computer speed on your Windows computer recently? It could be the result of a new update. According to a story in Tech Radar, the latest Windows 11 update is causing some severe problems for some users. The blog Windows Latest reported that they had received emails as well as finding forum posts claiming the problems range from File Explorer crashes to icons disappearing from the desktop to performance issues and even SSD slowdown. This places users in a bit of a dilemma in that the update that's supposedly causing these issues is a mandatory security update, and the only real way to address the problems it might be causing is to uninstall the update. Well, if you've ever wondered when the job losses from generative AI would start, wonder no more. One of China's largest PR media companies, Blue Focus Intelligence Communications Group, has reportedly started the process of replacing its external copywriters and graphic designers with generative AI. Bloomberg News reported that their staff has seen an internal staff memo which states, "To embrace the new wave of AI-generated content, starting today, we've decided to halt all spending on third-party copywriters and designers." Blue Focus has reportedly reached out to Alibaba and Baidu to license their AI technology. Market reaction has been extremely favorable, and the company's stock jumped 19% on Thursday. Now, a recent paper published by Goldman Sachs has stated that 2/3 of occupations could be partially automated by AI, and that's the equivalent of 300 million jobs that could be automated. In fairness, the same report also states that AI could drive as much as $7 trillion growth in global gross domestic product over the next 10 years. AI will eliminate some work, but may also create new jobs. But in the short run, when you see a company, even one in China, that announces that it will replace workers with AI and you see a big upward move in share prices, you have to think there's disruption on the horizon. The U.S. could soon be home to the world's first 3D printed hotel. According to an article in the blog Interesting Engineering, Liz Lambert, who has been dubbed the Queen of Cool for her boutique hotel designs, a Danish design firm BIG, and a 3D construction company startup will be partnering to build, or rather print, the first 3D printed hotel in 2023 in Marfa, Texas. The 3D printing startup has developed what they've termed a Vulcan printer, which produces a material called lavacrete. And this hotel is not the first time this system has been used, but given the reputations of Lambert and the Danish design firm Big, it's bound to attract significant attention. Now, while there's been a ton of focus on AI as an automation tool, developments in 3D printing have also shown huge potential to have an impact on all aspects of manufacturing and construction. Recently, HP announced that it had new 3D printers coming to market that could print metal instead of the plastic that has dominated 3D printing. OpenAI is investing $23.5 million into a project to create a humanoid robot that will directly compete with Tesla's Optimus. A Norwegian robotics and engineering company called 1X, formerly known as Haloti Robotics, received the money from OpenAI's startup fund to develop a bipedal humanoid robot named Neo and to scale the manufacturing of its existing high-mobility robot Eve, which the company unveiled in 2019. The company plans to deploy these robots in North America and later globally to replace laborers in various industries to help solve the current labor shortage. A Reddit post in the r/prompt_learning forum featured this story with a closing line. Amid these developments, there are concerns about the potential ethical risks of artificial intelligence, leading experts to demand an international panel on technological change. Oh, come on. AI? Humanoid robots? What could possibly go wrong? And that's the top tech news stories for today. #Trending goes to air 5 days a week with the daily top tech news stories, and we have a special weekend edition where we do an in-depth interview with an expert on some tech development that's making the news. Follow us on Apple, Google, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Links to all the stories we've covered can be found in the text edition of this podcast at itworldcanada.com/podcasts. We love your comments, and you can find me on LinkedIn, Twitter, or on Mastodon as @TheRealJimLove on our Mastodon site technews.social. Or just leave a comment under the text version at itworldcanada.com/podcasts. I'm your host, Jim Love. Have a